I've had this Samlex SEC-1235M power supply for a good 6 or 7 years now. It's been a great power supply. It operates just beautifully. In fact, I have several of them. And this is the one, though, that gets the most use as far as continuous current. I have a number of radios and equipment that I power with this power supply, and a lot of things stay on all the time. The typical nominal load is 5 amps pretty much continuously, and anything up to 30 depending on what is transmitting or whatever is being used. Over the years, I've noticed the cooling fan on this power supply has run almost continuously. It very rarely ever cycles at room temperature here. And so I got thinking about it here this year, and it's been, like I say, 6 or 7 years old or so. So I popped the cover off just to clean it out, blew some dust out of it and everything. And I noticed the fan, the pitch on the blades, it looked like it blows outwards down the bottom. So I waited till the fan came back on and lifted it up and confirmed, yes, the fan does blow air out the bottom. The fan blows hot air out the bottom, heating the whole bottom surface of the power supply. And I question why they engineered it that way, that it would pull air in through the vents on the side and exit it on the bottom like it does. Don't know why it was engineered that way. Was that something overlooked? Is there a special reason for it? I don't know. So I propped it up on a little something to give it about 1.5 inches clearance above the table, and I noticed now the power supply would cycle. It still runs somewhat, but it would cycle. And so I remembered what was in there when I took the cover off before, and I noticed that the fan sits right under here. Here's the bottom of the fan where it exits. There are components with heat sinks right in here, back in here, components over in here. Virtually nothing over in here. But if you can see, there's vent intakes along the side there. So I took a piece of tape, electrical tape, and covered the vents on the first half of it here from the front back and left it open. Once I did that, I noticed that the fan hardly comes on now. When I'm transmitting on radios, absolutely yes. And it runs for a short period of time, and it'll cycle on and off. Even when I'm transmitting on some radios that power consumption's 15 to 20 amps, with a lot of use, the radio will actually cycle there. So because it's now pulling air in only from here over components, over here, and over here over components, it was sucking in air right here, just going straight into the fan, not even cooling components, and then down onto the floor there. So it is kind of frustrating why it was designed that way. My main guess is an overlook. What I think I may do is take the fan out, try to flip it around so it blows the other way, and if that's not possible, I've already looked at the wiring to it. It's in there pretty tight under a circuit board. It might be rather difficult to reverse the polarity to it, make it turn the other direction, but I may do one of those tricks. I'll let you know.